Well, Judy, I'm here.
Well, what do you mean?
You did ask for a forester.
Not this kind of forester, this kind of forester. We'll tell you more next on Garden Time. Welcome to Garden Time. We're at Capitol Subaru on the Parkway in Salem for their Subaru Loves the Earth Springtime event. There's wonderful things going on, plus it's the introduction of the Subaru 2019 Forester.
And from 11 to 2, you can come out and check out the forester, but there's also a lot of really great free giveaways.
It's fun and food for the whole family.
And also coming up on the show today, we will be taking you out to the Newberg Camellia Festival.
We'll also be showing you how to grow wasabi.
But coming up first, some spring blooming plants. Well, I'm standing here with Ron at Blooming Junction. And Ron, this is an amazing selection of plant material you brought out to talk about. And this really is very small compared to all of the varieties that you guys carry.
Yeah, I tried to really pare it down.
Yeah, you did. So let's just jump right in, starting with this beautiful yellow bloomer right here.
Well, this is probably something very common that people see, the forsythia. It's like your harbinger of spring, comes out very early in bloom. This one's called Show Off Sugar Baby. This is actually a dwarf. This is about as tall as it's going to get.
Oh, nice, yeah, because they can get quite large.
They can.
Make great hedges, too.
They do.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, so that's something that everyone asks. What's that yellow flowering plant right now?
Right, and now that everybody will know, and they can come get one themselves.
Exactly.
The hot pink is stunning.
That's one of my favorites. That's a red bud. That's Don Egolf. That'll get to probably about 8 to 10 feet in a multi-shrub form like that, but just a fantastic flower on that.
And then it has great leaves too.
It does.
So this
Little
is
heart-shaped
the
leaves.
early beauty of it showing up right now. Now, of course, these are in their glory right now.
Yeah, the camellias. This one's pink icicle. There's a lot of beautiful camellias in bloom right now.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, Ron, I have to say, I love this plant down front, but this is really a charmer. Tell me about it.
It is. This is in the Protea family. This is Grevillea Canberra gem. It gets this beautiful red flower now, and then again in early winter.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
so you can
and it's hardy. Hardy down to about 15 degrees.
Wow, wow. And I don't even think I hit that this year. I got down to 16, but so it would be safe. And just jump on into these beauties too.
Well, these are Pollinator, the lungwort. I don't know what's up with that common name. But
Yeah, right.
so these are a few of the varieties that we have. We have probably a few more. This one here is Blue Ensign, beautiful blue flowers.
Lovely.
Very long blooming. This one here is Raspberry Delight, Raspberry Splash. And then this one is Smoky Blue.
Wow, wow. And I love that there's even a lot more colors coming out with them over time, and the leaves are so cool as well.
Right, and there are some with the spotted leaves or just plain green. This one has a little bit of spotting going on.
Wonderful plant. And then this lovely plant down here. Tell me.
Yeah,
about
the flowering quince. That comes in several different colors. Reds, oranges, pinks.
And a great early bloomer as well.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And then of course
it blooms on old wood, so that's important if you want to prune it after it blooms, and you'll get those blooms the following spring.
So Ron, let's jump up to these beauties. I love the colors of them.
These are a collection of violas. We have a few more, but these are some of my favorites here. They come out very early in spring. This particular variety right here is just a Labrador violet.
Beautiful.
This one's Irish Molly here. This is a tan. This is a beautiful one. And these are all perennial.
Wow.
Sometimes they get mixed up with the annual violas, but these are perennial. And this one here is Blue Remington.
Oh, I love that.
It's
I
got a
love the
sweet little
shape
blue.
of that one too.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Little heart-shaped leaves.
And then with these lovely blues and tan colors, you get this bang of color.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is evening glow Virginia. And this is one of my favorites here, just striking. And right now, when you see them planted in mass, it's just spectacular.
Well, and so many of us think of the leaves because, you know, they're cool too.
They are.
But when they shoot these kind of blooms out, wow.
Yeah, and the great thing about these too is when they go into fall.
Yeah.
They take on a really burgundy, dark color.
On the leaves.
Yes.
Yeah, stunning.
Spectacular.
Stunning.
And there's several varieties of Virginia.
I'm going to hold this one up so people can see
Yeah,
it.
that's a little miniature. That one's called Flirt.
So this would be great for containers then.
It would be.
Yeah, absolutely, Dora.
Yeah.
And it's just now, I don't know if I can get the blooms out there, but it's just now coming out, which is really a stunning color.
Yeah, it's a spectacular little plant.
And is this not one of our native
It
plants?
is. This is a camas lily, and these are native to this area. We have some planted around the pond, so it's really nice when they come into bloom.
Right, they're beautiful.
They go into summer dormancy, so they kind of go away.
And I'll tell you, but I don't want anybody else to know, I've never liked orange really, but I'm really starting to love it in the last couple years, and this is stunning. Tell me about it.
Yeah, this is a perennial primrose. This one's called Sunset Shades.
Wow.
Easy for me to say.
Yeah, right.
But just a beautiful
It really is.
primrose.
And it only heightens the beauty of that blue flower right there. That is
Yeah, this is
stunning.
the trumpet gentian. This is a great drought-tolerant plant and a very early bloomer. This thing's been blooming probably for, I don't know, 6 weeks now.
Wow, wow. So let's cover these last few up here. Tell me about what this group is.
This is Albrecia. This is the rock crest. This is a variegated variety
Oh,
here,
nice.
Dr. Mules. And then this one here is Roky's Purple. These things are extremely drought tolerant. We had snowpack on them. Once the snow melted, you know, the blooms are still there. It's just a hardy plant. Great ground cover.
And then the
Get a nice-
wallflowers are really
Yeah,
becoming
they're
more and more beautiful.
These are probably one of my favorite for early spring, mainly because they're evergreen and they bloom all the time. If you deadhead them, they'll continue to bloom and
Really?
bloom and bloom.
Wow.
This one's called Winter Party, and it's got a great fragrance too.
And clearly it doesn't mind winter because that is a party right there.
That's right.
So Ron, I love ribes, and they're a great bloomer at this time of year. Tell me about these that you have today.
Well, this is the most common probably, or at least most commonly asked for, Ribes sanguineum. Beautiful reddish pink flowers, very early. Again, another one that says people come in and say, "What's that thing blooming in red?" And this one here is our native variety, and this is Snowflake.
Nice.
White flowers, obviously.
Yeah. And I've even seen hummingbirds, the ones that
Oh,
come
yeah.
out are early looking for food, go to those.
Exactly.
And this beautiful orange.
This is another
in here.
flowering quince of
Oh,
ours.
nice.
This is an orange variety.
Nice. And then of course, this has a lovely fragrance to it too, doesn't it?
The Viburnum tinus is Viburnum tinus compactum. It's a little bit different than just your straight Viburnum tinus. The leaves are a little bit more compact and pointed, but
Yeah.
yeah, beautiful early spring bloomer.
And then I'm kind of smitten by this. I didn't know what it was at first. Tell me about it.
This is a bay laurel, crestwood. It's a bay leaf, and it gets a beautiful, unusual yellow flower.
Right. And a little bit different leaf structure than the
It
the
is.
other
It's a
one that
more
we're familiar
rounded
with.
shape, still suitable for cooking.
Nice, stunning plant. And then behind you, come on.
Well, we had to throw a weeping cherry in there.
And why wouldn't you? They're just
Yeah,
beautiful.
they're spectacular right now. You know, all the fruit trees and flowering trees are in bloom right now, and it's a great time to come in and see if those flowers are important to you. This is the time to pick those plants
it
out.
really is, because then you get to see the actual true color.
That's right.
Not from a picture. Wonderful.
right.
Well, you know, every time we come out here, we have a blast. We always enjoy looking at the beauty of this place. So for more information, go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to their website. Ron, always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you, William.
Since 1982, the Wall has been making local gardens beautiful, naturally. Whether you need a new wall, concrete patio, fire pit, or driveway, the Wall's expert craftsmen can build it. We back up our work with a 5-year warranty, so you'll know it'll last. We use the highest quality materials, including stamped colored concrete, natural stone, and we're the leader in using recycled concrete. Create an outdoor environment you'll enjoy for years, with the help of your friends at The Wall.
Welcome to Blooming Junction, where it's easy to connect with nature. At Blooming Junction, you'll find beautiful, healthy plants, good, fresh food, and a place to regain peace and calm in your life. We have an unsurpassed collection of unique and distinctive plants and the expertise to help any gardener be successful. And we feature Blooming Advantage plants. Come check out Blooming Junction for an inspiring experience in the garden or in the kitchen. Blooming Junction, offering quality plants for beautiful gardens.
Since 1926, the Bonide Company has worked with homeowners to make their homes and gardens beautiful. If you have a garden problem, Bonide has the answer. Bonide's patented Slug Magic rainproof formula makes slugs disappear. Safe around pets and wildlife, Slug Magic can be used in fruit and vegetable gardens up to the day of harvest. Visit Bonide.com to find a local retailer and to download your free Bonide Problem Solver app for your iPhone or Droid.
Build a beautiful home inside and out at French Prairie Perennials. Inside, we have just the right creative elements to complete your decor. We offer an oasis of unusual, nature-inspired garden and home gifts and accessories. Outside, choose from our wide selection of unique dwarf conifers and sparkling companion plants. French Prairie Perennials, located between Woodburn and Wilsonville. Take exit 278 to Aurora and French Prairie Perennials.
Well, it is a very special day at Capitol Subaru in Salem. It is Capitol Subaru Loves the Earth Springtime event, and I'm with Brian. And Brian, this is a wonderful time to come out here today.
Yeah, it's an amazing day. We've got a lot of fun activities planned. The event runs from 11 to 2 today, and as you can see, we have all kinds of different things and refreshments and fun going on.
Great, and so William is going to start planting up this planter that we're going to be giving away later in the event. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of a test. So what do all these plants have in common?
These are all pollinator plants.
Oh, you're very good.
I've been
So you
reading
paid
up on my
attention, you paid
stuff.
attention. And so the pot that William is planting up is filled with many different plants, and I will tell you a little bit about. So
good.
this tall one here is called wallflower, and this one will bloom all summer. It's just incredible. Butterflies love this, bees love it. And then next to it, this yellow one is snapdragons.
Okay.
Isn't that cute?
Those
it's just
are
really
beautiful.
fun. And then there's also, so then you want to have something kind of mid-range. We have this yellow Nemesia that's going to kind of trail over. And as the other one, white one, you always want something white in there. Another great pollinator plant is Bacopa.
Oh, beautiful. This is going to look great. I think we're going to raffle this off at the end of the day. So if you come down and fill out a form, you might be the lucky winner of one of William's prized
very nice,
potted
William.
plants.
And then we'll also be having like a little seminar about pollinator plants, and William and I will be planting up another container just like this to also give away and give out more information about how to plant pollinators in your garden.
Excellent. We've got fun things for the kids as well.
Oh, I know, look at this. There's a little coloring station that kids will be able to do that, and they'll also be able to plant sweet pea seeds to take home and plant in their garden.
That's awesome. We've got Busby's Bees here also that has some events that kids can do with their folks.
And also Humane Society is going to be here?
Humane Society is going to be here, and we also are going to be proud to present them with a nice big check next week for the Share the Love that Subaru did.
And also you were giving over to the United Way too. You're so involved in the community in so many ways, not just gardening, but also helping all kinds of people in the community.
That's just Capital belief and Subaru's belief. Do the right thing just because it's the right thing to do.
Exactly, exactly. And so also you're going to give away garden gloves because we love to just protect our hands, and so there's gloves that are going to be given away.
All of these made from recycled materials, as well as these bags here that came from Subaru.
That is nice. So you take that to the grocery store.
Absolutely.
Excellent. And Brian, that's not all you're giving away. For all the people that come out today, we're going to have 3 packs of pollinator annuals, and you'll be planting them up in this cocoa fiber pot, which is biodegradable. You plant that right into the ground.
That's amazing.
And it just kind of adds to the earth, and no plastic pot involved.
That is amazing. Yeah, look at that.
And then there is a special giveaway if you come and test drive the new product from Subaru. And what's that?
Yeah, that is the all-new 2019 Forester, the biggest, baddest Subaru so far. They've got more room in the back so you can haul all your plants, your trees, your planter.
That's
and
perfect.
for every test drive, you'll get one of these Colorado spruces to reforest in your new Forester.
You know, we all love garden cars because
Absolutely.
you want to take them to your favorite nursery and just fill up the back
You
end.
can fill up the back and you can put more than ever in any Forester.
That's wonderful. Thanks to Subaru.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you have to come out today to Capitol Subaru on the Parkway in Salem. See William and me, see Brian and his staff drive a Forester and get one of these wonderful plants to take home, these trees, and also pollinator plants of your very own.
Garden Time's Incredible Edibles.
So I'm in the beautiful Al's location in Woodburn, and I'm here with Eve. And Eve, we're going to talk about vegetables. So first of all, tell me, what is it that we can be planting right now in our gardens?
So right now we can plant all of our cole crops, and that's C-O-L-E, not
Right.
just cold, but they do well in the cold, and they are our broccoli, our cauliflower, our kale, cabbage, all of those can go in the ground right now. Beans as well,
Right,
garlic
right.
you can
Yeah,
put in,
and onions, I think, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so there's a lot that can be going on, even in this temperature, in our gardens to prepare.
Yes, yeah.
And now we're standing, though, close to what I see is just so many varieties of tomatoes.
Yes.
So tell me about those, and when can we start putting them in the garden?
So it is a little early just to put them out there in the garden right now. If you do want to get your garden started early, I would suggest having some protection for your
Because
little guys.
you guys sell several different products
Yes.
that can protect them now.
Yes,
So-
yeah. This is one. This is a hot cap. So it keeps the little guys warm during the cold days. You just pop it on top.
What?
Like,
Right.
like that.
And it actually shows a picture of how to do it right
Yes,
on
it does,
the
yeah.
package itself. So it's really pretty simple to
Yeah.
do. And then that's, of course, we've talked about, wall of waters, things like that. So there's things, but you really do want to pay attention if you choose to put those out now.
Yes, absolutely.
And standing in all of these wonderful things, you also want to make sure that you pay attention to fertilizers, and you guys sell these kinds, which are perfect.
Yeah, these are great. Lime we suggest definitely when you're first planting your tomatoes.
And what is that for specifically?
That helps the calcium soaks into the plant and helps to prevent blossom end rot.
Wonderful, perfect.
And
yeah.
then the tomato tone helps to provide more calcium and nutrients throughout the season of the growing season.
And then because we all want what this produces, which is tomatoes.
Tomatoes,
So
yes, yeah.
do it all right, and you'll get a great harvest from them. But we're standing in all of these tomatoes, and there's something really fun happening again. Tell me what this is.
Yes, so today at 9:30 we are hosting our Great Big Tomato Contest, and it is the sign up and giveaway of the tomato plants. It's for kids only, 13 and under, and we are handing every child their very own 4-inch early girl tomato that they can take home and grow. And then they bring it back. They don't bring the plant back, but they'll bring the tomato back in August, and we do a weigh-in. So whoever has the biggest, heaviest tomato wins, and the prizes are fantastic.
They are. Tell me about some of them.
First prize is $75 as an Al's gift card, and then it's gardening tools and a full year of Kids Club, and then it goes down, and so the second prize is $50 and tools and gift and Kids Club and all of that. Yeah.
And so they come in, and this is free at the time?
Yes, free.
Okay, so there you have it. So listen, this is a fun event, and last year was so much fun when they brought all the tomatoes back and you could see them. So for more information, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to their website, find out all of the things that are happening, take your kid in, and then have a blast growing tomatoes. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Eve.
thank you.
Your garden begins here with the people in purple, the ones you meet inside each Al's Garden and Home store. More than ever, we're working to bring you a truly exceptional gardening experience. Juicy summer tomatoes begin now. Our 1-gallon tomato starts are on sale for just $2.49 each. The sale ends soon, so hurry in. The best gardens begin and continue to grow at Al's Garden and Home in Woodburn, Sherwood, Gresham, and Wilsonville. Or visit us at als-gardencenter.com.
Your garden is only as good as the ingredients you use. That's where Black Gold can help. Black Gold seedling mix is formulated for successful seed germination and strong seedling growth. Black Gold seedling mix is organic and OMRI listed, so you can start this year's organic garden outright. Look for Black Gold at your local garden center or go online to blackgold.bz. Black Gold, all the riches of the earth.
Kick off your Earth Day celebrations at Capitol Subaru on Saturday, April 13th. Join William and Judy for a party for Mother Earth. You can plant a pollinator container, pick up a spruce tree to take home, and check out the new Forester. It's the Capitol Subaru Loves the Earth event. See you there.
DRAM is celebrating 75 years of design and manufacturing of quality watering tools. DRAM products feature 9 water patterns and are designed to nurture your plants with a shower of rain. DRAM for lawn and garden, available at garden centers near you.
Create a beautiful living space both inside and out with the help of Terra Casa.
Outside, you'll find pottery, fountains, and decor to make your garden unforgettable.
And inside, there are home furnishings and just the right accents to make your home warm, inviting, and most importantly, comfortable.
Terra Casa has a huge selection of merchandise to fit any home or budget. Plus, we still have all the unique and distinctive gifts that you have come to expect from Terra Casa.
Terra Casa in downtown Damascus.
Well, I'm standing here in the beautiful Chehalem Cultural Center, and we come here every year to celebrate the Newberg Camellia Festival. I'm here with Collier, and you work with the Camellia Society, right?
Yes, the Oregon Camellia Society. I've been associated with them since 1990.
Wonderful, and you always bring such stunning camellia blooms. Tell me about this variety we have this year.
Well, these are just a few of my favorites. All camellias are my favorites. This is Mrs. Nellie Eastman, a beautiful speckled thing. This I like particularly. This is called fir cone. If you see the way it's made,
oh yeah,
it looks kind of like a fir cone, and it was originated right here in Oregon.
Wonderful.
It's a special favorite of the American Camellia Society and wins many trophies. This is
well, it's a big wow, that's what it is. That's
this
stunning.
is not a very good example of this bloom. It's called Frankhauser. It wins best in show upon occasion, as it has done right here at the Chehalem Center.
Wow.
This is Ruth Tinkle. It was named for a local camellia lover in Portland. And Mrs. Tinkle was here for, I think, the first camellia show here.
Wow.
This is now the 11th.
My goodness.
This year. And finally, this is a very nice thing. It's a beautiful white bloom called Lily Pons. It was named for the opera singer years ago, and this is another Oregon-originated camellia. It's a special favorite of mine.
And Collier, I love camellias because they can often replicate other type blooms. Like when I first saw this, I instantly thought a magnolia bloom. So they're good at doing that in their beauty.
Well, there are 6 different forms of them, and there are a lot of variations there. We love them because they bloom at this time of year when not much of anything else is blooming.
Right, exactly, which makes them wonderful. And now, Collier, I'm going to switch over here and I'm going to talk to Carissa. So tell me what it is that you do at this wonderful event.
So I'm the co-chair of the festival, and I help organize all the performers and the demos and the food and all the activities for the kids throughout the day.
So then I'm going to assume that there's going to be a lot of that.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So in addition to the Bloom Show, we celebrate the regional origins of the camellia, which is Pacific Asian Rim. And so we have taiko drummers and hula dancers and kotokai musicians that are performing throughout the day, as well as ikebana demonstrations and bonsai demonstrations, tea ceremonies.
Wow. And so what I like about this event is, you know, it says camellia, but it's so much more than just that stunning plant and flower. It's a whole host of things.
It is, yeah. It's been really great to be able to expand and celebrate the region as well, and all the culture that goes along with where these flowers originated.
And then you have this wonderful building that you've been in lately, and it's such a stunning place. You have a huge back area that I'm assuming used to be a gym or something. That's where a lot of it happens, so you're not necessarily out in the rain for if you go and look at stuff.
Yeah, this whole festival is covered. It's all inside the building, and then anything that's outside is tent covered as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. And let's not forget that there's often stunning artwork within this building, which is always worthy of people's time to look at.
Absolutely. This year we actually are able to feature mostly Chinese artists throughout the building, Chinese and Japanese artists.
Wow. Yeah. And what I've seen today while we're here is absolutely breathtaking. And we should mention that this event doesn't cost people anything to come into it.
This is a free event. for
Wonderful.
all ages.
Well, there you have it. You know, every year we are always fascinated to come here and just see the blooms and the excitement and all the wonderful art that's here. So be sure that you put it on your calendar. Come on out, and I think it is April 13th, right? So that's April 13th. Today you can come out and have a blast and see some beautiful plants, some beautiful art, and spend time with wonderful people. Thank you both so much for your time. Thank you, Collier. So every year we look forward to the blooms in our gardens, and you know, daffodils are certainly one of the earliest bloomers, but they'll always have a time where you have some really fresh ones and some older and dying ones that have started fading out. What these are doing is really just producing seed pods, which you can see right here at the end of the blooms. The reason you cut them off isn't just because they look, you know, like they're dying, but also because you want to save all of that energy from the leaves that are photosynthesizing to put the energy into the bulb in the ground. That way for the next year, you're going to have a huge amount of blooms again. So that's our tip for the week. Take a few minutes, cut off all those old seed heads for next year.
Garden Time is brought to you by Capitol Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
When I came to Capitol Auto Group the first time, I was looking at a WRX. Of course, never financing a car before. I was very limited when it came to, you know, putting money down and stuff like that, and they were able to really help me. And they worked diligently for 2 days, and they eventually got my payments to where they were reasonable and I could actually buy the car. They actually cared about me and what I wanted, not what they wanted. At Capitol Subaru, I got it my way on the Parkway.
Over the 30 years that our family has been in the nursery industry, we've learned that anyone can supply a customer with plants and garden supplies. But it's supplying those plants and supplies backed by a knowledgeable staff that can transform a garden and take it from ordinary to extraordinary. That's what we do at Sagawa Nursery. Why be ordinary when you can be extraordinary? Sagawa Nursery, growing beyond the ordinary.
DRAM is celebrating 75 years of design and manufacturing of quality watering tools. DRAM products feature 9 water patterns and are designed to nurture your plants with a shower of rain. DRAM for lawn and garden, available at garden centers near you.
For over 100 years, Collier Arbor Care and Bartlett Tree Experts have provided tree and shrub care services to the Portland metropolitan area.
From large tree and small shrub pruning, tree removal, and stump grinding, we can handle all your tree care needs.
Our arborists diagnose and treat your toughest insect and disease problems.
We also have organic solutions for growing and maintaining healthy gardens, as well as organic nutrition for your trees and shrubs.
Collier and Bartlett, environmentally friendly since 1907.
Kick off your Earth Day celebrations at Capitol Subaru on Saturday, April 13th. Join William and Judy for a party for Mother Earth. You can plant a pollinator container, pick up a spruce tree to take home, and check out the new Forester. It's the Capitol Subaru Loves the Earth event. See you there.
Well, I am at the wonderful Out in the Garden Nursery with Carol Westergreen. Carol, I love coming out here. It's a beautiful place. It's just right out of Molalla, close in, but it's like the country around here is so pretty, and your nursery is so beautiful.
Thank you. I'm glad to have you here.
And you have lovely plants and always a lovely collection, and I think you are become the geranium queen. So
yes.
Tell us about the geraniums, Jazz.
I had to control myself and only pull 4. So the 2 of them that I pulled, right now they look very much the same because we're not quite into bloom season. This is Geranium Ann Thompson, which will have a big magenta flower. Also, once it starts blooming, it's going to bloom till frost. This one back here is Roseanne, a big purpley blue flower, same thing. Once they start blooming, they bloom until frost.
Nice.
And they're absolutely amazing. No care, you don't have to cut them back, you don't have to do anything, they'll bloom and bloom and bloom. So I can't say enough about those. They're the 2 best geraniums on the market for sure.
And it's nice when you don't have to keep on playing with them.
Yes.
I mean, we love to play with our plants, but there's some that they just grow.
They do, they just really go. So then these 2 I brought in just because I'm a foliage person as well as flowers. And this is Orkney Cherry, so it's a little tiny, not a big showy flower, but it's a little bright pink flower. Last year it bloomed all summer long.
Whoa.
So I don't know if that's normal but I'll take it. But if nothing else, this foliage is so pretty all season. It's a real low grower, makes a nice little mat. That I just thought that was a really nice one to add to the collection. And the next to it is Kaya, that does have a bright blue flower.
Ooh.
Usually blooms once, but you can cut it back hard and you'll often get a second bloom. But again, it has this little bit of a bronzy to it all
Very
season,
pretty.
which is just a really nice, adds to the foliage for the season.
Well, nice. And this looks similar. I almost thought it was a geranium, but
Yeah,
it isn't.
It is. This is an Artemisia. This is Artemisia Giju group, and it's one of my favorite plants. I've grown it for years and years and years. Has this beautiful foliage. These plants have been outside all winter.
Whoa.
So the foliage looks that nice. They, gets a little beat up in the winter, but generally looks really nice. It'll make a nice mound, a couple feet across, just a few inches tall, and then has a big tall flower in the summer.
Nice, nice. And a vine. I love that you have some verticality here.
Yeah.
So what's this?
This is really great. This is a little dwarf evergreen clematis or clematis that's called Avalanche. It's much smaller than most. It's 6 to 8 feet. It blooms obviously now. It's a March, April bloomer. This is a young plant. I mean, it will fill this in no time. But it's a really great one for a smaller space, a container. I've seen beautiful ones of these in a small courtyard with a container and a little arbor.
Beautiful.
When it blooms, it's just a cascade. It needs a little help. It doesn't twine like the big ones. It grabs a little bit, but it'll need a little help. But it's totally worth it. It's a beautiful little evergreen.
Pretty. And then you have some low-growing things, it looks like.
I have
or
a couple
maybe
of things.
just now.
This is another thing. I love geraniums and I love alliums. And this is actually one of the chive family alliums. This one is sugar melt. It's one of the smaller ones, has a little smaller foliage than some of them. It blooms at about 15 to 18 inches, a little chive type lavender flower.
Cute.
It's very, very lovely. Bees adore it.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
very drought tolerant. Blooms quite a bit of the summer. If you deadhead it, it'll bloom longer. If you don't deadhead it, it still blooms for a good 6 weeks. It's very, very nice.
Good to remember about the pollinators.
Yes.
We want to. And then a nice grass here.
And this is another nice little grass. This is a Discamptia Northern Lights. And it's a nice one because in our climate it's evergreen. The new growth will have a little pinky tone to it. It has this really nice yellow and green, and then here in a few weeks we'll have a little more of a pink tone to it. Then it gets a pretty little grassy head. It's a part to shade versus a full sun too. Full sun is not its friend.
Okay.
But it's nice because it's early and then give it a little bit of summer shade.
Nice. And I think it would be nice in a container too.
It would. It'd be a beautiful container.
These are so shiny. What's this one?
This is an Actea. You're used to seeing the purple ones, the brunette,
right.
and some of those. This is, if I can get the name right, Shiju Du.
Oh, very good.
It's Japanese, or no, it's Korean actually. But the foliage is beautiful.
Very pretty.
It blooms in the fall. It's got a little white flower. It's not as showy as some of its other kin, but this foliage is so beautiful that I think it's a really nice addition for the shade garden.
Very nice. And another nice little grass here.
Well, that's a lazula, and that's one that's really underused, I think, too. It's a beautiful evergreen. It's bright gold. Actually, it's fairly low water. It'll take full shade. Has a nice little flower in the spring, but then the foliage is beautiful all year round.
Very nice. And then I love what you talk about the ligularias.
Yes,
what do you call them?
The drama queens.
The drama queens.
And this is a newer ligularia. I've grown it for a couple years. This one's called barbecue bananas. It's one of the, holds its dark color better. The Brit Marie has darker color, but it's not as vigorous. This is a very vigorous plant, but has better, darker color. The more sun you can give them, the better the color is, but of course they don't like the heat. But consistent
keep 'em
moisture
wet.
is the more important thing.
Very pretty. And then I love this one, and this is the single Caria.
Yeah, this is a Caria japonica. This is golden guinea. And it's got, I mean, look how big the flower is. It's just bright, and it has this really bright green foliage. They can take sun or shade, although I like them better in the shade. Most people grow them in the shade. They have really nice green stems, which is actually green all winter, so you get some color there. This one's a fairly tall one, up in the 4 to 6 foot range. Blooms heavy in the spring and sporadically the rest of the summer.
Well, you know, there's just a small part of the collection here at Carol's at Out in the Garden Nursery. So come on out, go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over their website, get the directions, and come out and see Carol and all of her beautiful plants. Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming out.
Garden Time is brought to you by Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Portland Nursery, where spring is our favorite time of year. It's the time to prepare your garden for planting. We invite you to get a jump on spring with our huge selection. Let Portland Nursery's staff of professionals help with groceries you can grow. We've got the seeds, veggie starts, and expertise to ensure your success. Visit portlandnursery.com for a list of classes and special events. Portland Nursery, helping make your backyard your favorite destination at 50th and Stark and 90th and Division.
Your center for home and garden decor, Garden Gallery Ironworks has everything you need to make your home a showcase. For the inside, we have a great selection of Kelly Ray Roberts items, and our farmhouse style department is full of one-of-a-kind gifts. For the outside, we have arbors, trellises, planting beds, and garden decor. Everything to make your neighbors jealous. Check out our new website and then come visit us in Hubbard. Garden Gallery Ironworks.
Are you tired of fighting black spot on your roses? Having trouble with where to prune and when? If you want to end the confusion, call the experts at Garden Rose Consulting. Our family has been growing roses for 3 generations. No matter the size of your garden or the size of the rose garden you dream about, we can help make yours a showcase rose garden. Call us for a free on-site consultation or visit us at gardenroseconsulting.com.
Millions of tulip bulbs transform the Iverson Farm into one of Oregon's most stunning events. The family invites you to the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival. Explore our tulip fields and market, kids' activities, food, and wooden shoe wine. The Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival open daily, now through April 29.
No matter what shade your green thumb is, you can find the plants and the help you need at Wavra Farms. We're filled with an astounding array of colorful plants to fill your garden. In addition to wonderful annuals and perennials, we are known for our hanging baskets. We also have all your garden essentials, and we have great garden gifts too. From beginner to expert, you'll find something new and different with every visit. Wavra Farms, located off Highway 22, exit 5, east of Salem.
Well, I think as gardeners, we all love to grow berries and we love to eat berries. And so it is the time to plant them. So I am at Al's and I'm with Peter Eastman. And Peter, I think that we just want to put our gardens into fruit production. So you can help us with that.
Yes, absolutely. So I think we have over 20 varieties of blueberries. Plus we've got lots of other caneberries, raspberries, blackberries. We have a variety for really anyone's needs.
And tastes.
And tastes. So if you've got a large garden, the secret with blueberries is usually you want to plant 3 or 4 varieties. Our number 1 variety is probably Chandler. Oh. It's a big berry.
Oh my gosh.
Juicy, sweet,
Yum.
Loads of fruit. But if you're in a small apartment or all you have in a balcony, we have a blueberry for you too.
Is that this one?
That's this one here. This is Perpetua. It's from the Bushel and Berry series, and it's meant to grow in a pot its whole life. Even though it's a small plant, look at those loads of flowers. You're going to get loads of fruit, and they're a large-sized berry, just like the bigger bush. It's called Perpetua because you actually get 2 crops of berries. So you're going to get a crop in July, and then you're going to get a crop in September.
That is cool. So really, I don't need a big backyard. If I do, I can put a bigger one in,
Right,
or
absolutely.
the bigger ones. But then there's smaller ones for everyone that has patios or decks.
Exactly. And in the caneberries too, in raspberries, probably our number 1 new raspberry is called Vintage Red. It's a little later to get going, but it will give you raspberries all the way into the fall, which a lot of people ask about. Because if you're into canning and you want, or jams and jelly production, and you want berries kind of all at once, big heavy crop, we have those varieties as well.
Sure.
Cambu, Willamette are a couple of really good standbys. And a lot of people ask about trellising. Do I need big trellises? You know, do I need a big spot? But it's not necessarily the case. There's, in some cases, like in the blackberries, we have triple crown. It was developed at Oregon State University right here locally.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it is freestanding, needs no trellis. It's also thornless. And it gives you a nice, big, juicy yields of blackberries.
And that's fun if you have children or people that are just like, I don't want to have any stickers when I go pick my berries. That's really a good choice.
Right, absolutely.
Very nice. And then there's this other one by my feet here. And what's with this one?
Well, that is a dwarf blackberry. It's always been hard to grow blackberry if you don't have a lot of room. Baby Cakes is meant to grow in a container, to stay in a container its whole life.
Whoa.
And you get nice big crops of blackberries in a container. So again, if you've only got a patio, you're in a condo, you've just got a deck,
right.
You can grow blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries.
And so some tips for us for in the ground or in a pot. So what we should be doing, where should we put these?
Now that they're leafing out, they're getting ready to flower, now's the time to fertilize.
Oh, okay.
We recommend the Espoma family of fertilizers, which we sell here at Al's Garden Center. They're all organic. This is Berrytone here. It's an acid-based fertilizer, which the berries love. It's 5% sulfur, so it'll bring that pH down. So you're not only feeding your plants, but you're getting to the pH in the soil to where they want it to be. They offer a whole complement of fertilizers to fit each different type of plants. Tomatoes, there's a tomato tone. We've got berry tone, there's a citrus tone,
you know, everything.
For everything. It's real easy. It'll sit on the front of the package, you know. Come into Al's and ask the Al's experts, and we'll get you the right Espoma product. They're all organic, so it makes them naturally slow release.
Right, and I've heard as just really a great kind of tip about it is that their 90th anniversary of being in business. So really, they know fertilizer.
They know fertilizer, absolutely, and we love it to death. We recommend it to everybody for their fertilizing needs for their plants.
Well, perfect. Well, you know, there's 4 Al's all around the city, all around Portland area that you can go to and get some berries into your garden and ask the Al's experts if there are any questions. Thanks so much, Peter.
Oh, you're welcome.
Since 1987, French Prairie Gardens has brought you the best in farm fresh produce, beautiful plants, and memorable family events. Spring is here, and now is the time to get your garden ready with our wide selection of bedding plants and hanging baskets. Experience the best the country has to offer at French Prairie Gardens.
The health and beauty of your garden starts from the ground up, and healthy soils begin at Grimm's Fuel. For the best in garden mulch, blended soils, and bark dust, choose Grimm's. U-Haul delivered or installed, Grimm's can do it. And if you're looking for a new lawn, Grimm's can do that too with our special lawn installation service. Grimm's is also the area's largest recycler of yard debris. The foundation for a healthy garden begins at Grimm's Fuel.
Color, color, color. When you think of your garden, think of color. Then think of Margie's Farm and Garden. High quality plants and great customer service are our trademark. We make sure you're happy with every purchase. Whether you're a first-time gardener or a seasoned professional, we'll help you be successful every time you step into your garden. Vegetables or herbs, hanging baskets or perennials, trust Margie's Farm and Garden, just off I-5 near Aurora.
Kick off your Earth Day celebrations at Capitol Subaru on Saturday, April 13th. Join William and Judy for a party for Mother Earth. You can plant a pollinator container, pick up a spruce tree to take home, and check out the new Forester. It's the Capitol Subaru Loves the Earth event. See you there.
At Garland Nursery, you'll find
top quality plants,
4 generations of garden know-how,
fun and fantastic garden decor,
and the best in garden supplies.
Come visit us at Garland Nursery.
Since 1937, inspiring beautiful and bountiful gardens.
I love coming out to Terra Casa right in Damascus because there's so much to see. There's fountains, and then today what we're going to be talking about is wall art. You know, Diana, we're on our porch, we're on our decks, and we have blank walls. So you can help us fill those walls, right?
We try. So what we suggest is that your outdoor living area should also sort of reflect the inside of your home. You can decorate it as well. We have a lot of metal art that can go right out on the walls. It's weatherproof, it's weather resistant. For instance, the Haitian metal art, which is a hand-hammered metal art piece. It's one of the economies down there. They're made out of recycled steel oil drums, and they have the artist's name on each tag. And then we also have the the coated, this is the colorful 3D.
Beautiful. They're different.
There's dragonflies. So a lot of these, you bend them out and you give them a little bit of dimension. So it adds a lot of fun interest to your wall outside.
I really like them because I know some people that collect suns, they collect hummingbirds, and so it's another piece to add to that collection.
A lot of collectors, and dragonflies are huge.
Yes,
Dragonflies
definitely.
are one of the biggest ones, and there's a lot of little hummingbirds, chickadees, and suns and moons and stars are also very big.
That is beautiful, and I love this new little area that you have on the far side of this yard. Let's go over there and look.
Okay.
So Diana, now we're out in the pot lot, and I love this new vignette here. This really makes you feel like you're at home.
This is fun. We have a lot of metal art out here. There's hanging baskets, there are wall pieces. We have the large tree, which this is one of our indoor metal art pieces that we actually bring outside. I think it works great on the side of a home, on your back patio, but we do treat our indoor metal art. We do spray coat it with a clear coat. It's a UV coating that you do like once a year, front and back, and it also keeps it from oxidizing. So a lot of our indoor metal art can be brought outside as long as it's treated properly.
That's a great tip for us because you want that to last. It's a wonderful investment for us.
Yes, yes.
And of course you have the really fun coolers. They are just hysterical.
These are so fun. So there's many different styles. There's a lot of the cars and trucks, and we have a fire truck this year. We have the little antique ice box, and these are coolers. There's a plug in the bottom, so you can actually fill them with ice and put all your beverages in there, as well as some of them are planters too. And then all the wall art pieces. There's dragonflies and there's birdhouses, and this is a real special, very artsy, one-of-a-kind pieces that are made out of recycled metal.
Really, I love coming out here. You can go inside and see all the beautiful things for inside, but then you come out to the potluck and you see all the other things that you can add to your garden. Come out to Terra Casa right in Damascus and see what you can find this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judy.
So I'm out here with Rick at French Prairie Perennials, and we are talking about deer repellents because, Rick, it is the time of year when everything's going to start busting out in new growth, and no matter how much we are believing that a plant might not be eaten, it's that time of year where they'll eat anything almost.
Exactly. Yeah,
so tell me about this new product called Deer Defeat and what it is.
Well, we've searched for years waiting for a product that would actually work.
Yeah.
And we were back at a show in Chicago a couple years ago, and we came across a booth where this small company was advertising that they had deer repellent, and I said, yeah, right, it's going to work, sure, yeah, right. And but I talked to them a little bit. They seemed to know what they were doing, and I said, here's what I'll do. If you send me a case so I can try it out in the field with my customers to see if it actually works, then I'll bring it in. And I did. We did about 6 different test cases where they came back to us and said, yeah, this stuff actually really works.
Really?
Yeah. And it repels by odor and taste.
So what is it, besides actually working, there's some other points in the pamphlet. Tell me about those, about why you really liked it.
Well, number 1, you only have to apply it once a month.
Wow. Okay.
Number 2, it's if it rains, it doesn't wash it away.
Really?
Number 3, I mean, it smells like a porta potty in August when you first put it on, but it does, once it dries, it's odorless.
It's a little better.
Yeah, well, once it dries, you can't smell it at all. It's odorless. And the other main thing is that it works.
Yeah, yeah.
And a small bottle like this will cover 500 square feet.
Wow.
So you can actually get a lot of
coverage with just one bottle of it,
right,
can't you?
Right, and if you you can get it in a gallon size, which will cover 16,000 square feet, which is basically the size of your house.
Perfect, perfect. So especially if you live out where a lot of deer, you know you're going to have them a lot, this would be a great product.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it has proven for us to be effective. So.
Well, you know, if deer are a problem in your garden, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to their website. And you do have some new hours coming up too, don't you?
Yeah, we're going to be open Friday through Sunday.
Okay, so there you have it. You can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over. You can get the directions on how to get here and get rid of the deer in your own garden. Thanks a lot, my friend.
You're welcome.
Millions of tulip bulbs transform the Iverson Farm into one of Oregon's most stunning events. The family invites you to the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival. Explore our tulip fields and market, kids' activities, food, and wooden shoe wine. The Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival open daily, now through April 29.
For 90 years, Espoma has one guiding principle: develop the finest organic gardening products that work in harmony with nature, grow beautiful gardens, and make a greener world for the future. From our soil products to our plant foods, we have always been committed to the environment and sustainability. We use a vast array of natural and organic ingredients and package them in our 100% solar-powered plant. Look for the quality line of Espoma products at your local independent garden center. Espoma, organic from the beginning.
Why do the finest builders shop at Standard TV and Appliance?
We feel comfortable sending our clients to Standard because of their consistent focus on integrity and excellent customer service and best-in-class selection and quality.
Standard can make your dream kitchen a reality, setting the standard since 1947. Standard TV and Appliance.
Hey everybody, this is Brian Bauman from Bauman's Farm and Garden. We've got some great tips to help you in the garden this year. We're going to combine two of our favorite trends in gardening today. We're going to talk about edible gardening and container gardening and put them together. First, we're going to get started with a brand new container. One of the things you always want to check for is to make sure it has good drainage. This particular pot did not have holes in the bottom. So we're going to flip it over, take a drill, put probably 4 holes in the bottom of it. Once we've got the holes in the bottom, we're going to take a little tip that we like to do at the farm. We take some of our empty pots and containers that we have laying around in the garage or in the back. We're going to kind of crush those up, put those in the bottom here. That gives us a lightweight, easy drainage in the bottom of our pot. Then we're going to take some really good all-purpose potting soil and put right over the top of them. Once we have all that done, we're going to take some of our favorite new edible plants and put them in the container. This is a brand new raspberry called Raspberry Shortcake. One of the things that you want to be careful with this is a lot of it fruits on second-year canes. So you can see these nice big canes coming with buds in the top. That's going to give us our fruit this year. At the end of the season, take these canes out and you've got brand new ones for next season. Now that we have the raspberry planted firmly in the middle of the pot, I've picked out a good mixture of things to kind of put around the outside that look great, are going to smell good, and that we can use in our kitchen. One of my favorites to use to add a little bit of color is, of course, these beautiful violas. The blossoms are actually edible, but they also add some color to our container. So we'll plant these in the side. We also are going to find some lettuce starts. We've got a good romaine. We've got some salad mix we're going to throw in there, and also some trailing sugar snap peas. And of course, finally, some herbs. So let's put all of those together and see what we can come up with. Alrighty, I've got everything all put together with my raspberries, herbs, and veggie starts. I'm already getting hungry. For more information, go to www.baumanfarms.com.
Well, it is a misty morning out here on the Oregon coast, and I am with Jennifer, and we are at Frog Eyes Wasabi. Now, I have to say, Jennifer, I am really excited about this because, number one, I'm a big fan of wasabi. I love to eat it. I love that it's just a wonderful food for me, but there's so much more about wasabi that I wasn't aware of. So let's talk about from the very beginning. First of all, let's say, where is this from? Where does this plant grow natively?
So the plant grows natively in Japan. The scientific name is Wasabia japonica.
Okay.
So the wasabi name comes from the genus.
It's one of those rare plants where the botanical and the common name kind
Yeah.
of are similar,
It's
so
similar,
that makes it easy.
Which is nice. And it was, and so in Japan, it grows in stream beds.
Oh,
and
okay.
it very low light conditions. It was historically used by the Japanese for its antibacterial properties, which is why it's served on fish.
Oh.
So that's why you have the Wasabi Sushi Association, because one of its strongest characteristics is its antibacterial properties.
Wow, and so this kind of weather then would be perfect for it.
This is
because
perfect
it
wasabi
loves
weather.
This.
Yeah.
Now, I think too, one of the things that I wanted to cover right up front is that there's so many different things that like with all plants, there's different varieties, right? But there's only a couple that are specifically used really for the market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are, and we grow 2 of them. We grow mazama and daruma.
Okay.
And I'll show you what those look like when you're ready.
Oh, you know what? How about now?
Okay.
So, and well, as you do that, then tell me too, what is it that you're growing these? It looks like in gravel.
Yeah, we grow them in gravel. The plants like a lot of moisture to mimic a stream bed.
Sure.
But they don't like standing water.
Okay,
so
it has to be good draining, moist soil.
Yeah,
huh?
so the Pacific Northwest is great because it doesn't like direct sun and it likes a lot of moisture. So this is our daruma, and we grow various sizes. This is a younger plant, so the rhizomes are just a little bit small. This is what's called the rhizome. The whole plant is edible.
Wow.
Mazama has a little bit of
is that the purple?
A purple ring.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and so the daruma doesn't have that purple ring.
Tell me what family this is from, because this really was a shock to me.
It's in the brassica family, so it's related to mustards.
When you guys harvest it, what part of it then do you use? This part, or is it a deeper root system?
No, we use this part.
Okay.
So what gets sold is the rhizome. I guess it's slightly a misnomer, but
yeah.
It's called the rhizome in the markets.
It's rhizome-esque.
It's rhizome-esque, exactly. It's rhizome-esque. And the whole plant is edible. So what we sell most often is the rhizome, although we do sell the leaves and the leaf stems. And the Japanese, one of the traditional ways to prepare the leaves and the leaf stems is a zuke, which is a pickling with sugar and salt.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So these are delicious raw, sauteed with olive oil, or pickled for 10 or 15 minutes with sugar and salt. And it just takes out any of the bitterness. And it has heat. The whole thing has heat.
The whole thing has heat. So really there's no surprise why this plant for thousands of years has been consumed by humans. We've done that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if people want to grow this at home, this is a plant that you actually can grow.
Yes, yeah, it is. And so we sell the rhizomes for consumption, but we also sell plantlets.
Oh.
And so the
you
plants,
guys do?
We do.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep, people can contact us. I'm happy to sell them plantlets. But what I tell them is, so these are plantlets. What I make sure to tell people though is it takes anywhere from 12 to 48 months to grow the rhizome part.
Okay.
So if you want a plant in your garden to that's an interesting looking plant and it produces edible leaves and the stems, then I say
then you can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. You're probably not going to get a rhizome.
Okay.
But you can eat all the leaves. You can eat
because that's part of the cost of these. So that's one of the reasons that they're a more of an expensive thing to buy at a store, is because they can take a year and a half to even get this ready, and that wouldn't happen because they're not going to. Are they going to live outside here? Come back year to year?
Yes. So we've actually been doing a little experiment in Portland at our house, and they have overwintered.
Wow.
So I wouldn't guarantee that they would overwinter in your garden, but ours have made it through the winter.
And then one last thing that I wanted to make clear is that a lot of the times what we buy at grocery stores as wasabi really isn't true wasabi, is it?
Correct.
What do you think it might be?
Yeah.
Because that scares me now.
No, well, 99% of the time it's a combination of horseradish, mustard, and dye.
Okay.
So it gets dyed green so that it looks
Sure.
like traditional wasabi, but most of the time it doesn't have any real wasabi in it, and there's no labeling requirement for wasabi. So that's
So if you
part of
really
the
want the true stuff, you can actually, you sell to some stores in the Portland area,
We
don't you?
do, yeah. We sell to Awijamaya, and we sell to New Seasons and the Flying Fish Company.
Wonderful. Well, you know, this was a delight for me to come out here. I've really enjoyed this and getting to know Jennifer. If you want more information, not only on the plant itself, but where you can purchase it in the Portland area, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to Frog Eyes Wasabi's website, get all the information you need. What a delight. Thank you so much,
Thank you. It's nice
Jennifer.
to have you guys here.
Well, thank you all for watching Garden Time today. And hey, Judy, so what about this? A forester in a forester, right?
Oh, too funny. Well, come out to Capitol Subaru today. Check out the foresters and all the great giveaways to take home.
So for more information on today's show and more information on this wonderful event, you can always go to gardentime.tv.
William and I thank you for watching, and we'll see you later on at Capitol Subaru.
The proceeding was a paid program of the Guston Creative Group and its sponsors.